call, and my nana would call.
What? Power?
I can see it.
That's gonna be the intro to the video. Welcome back to season 1, episode 2 of Tangle Talk. So I am Peyton, I'm 22, I'm a 5th year softball player at NC State, and recently I started this little podcast series called Tangle Talk because if you have seen my videos or if you haven't, I have done a lot of hair content over the past like 4-ish years of college, and I just thought it'd be a really cool opportunity to sit down with some cool people while I braid their hair, do their hair, and we just talk about a bunch of different things that they're passionate about or have experienced and all that kind of stuff. So on this episode, we actually have 2 guests, Taylor and Tori Ensley. They are sisters on my softball team here at NC State, and I just thought it was going to be a really cool episode to sit down and talk to them like how it is going through college without your sibling, because Taylor is a senior and Tori's a sophomore. So Taylor's had some time without her sister, and now this is her 2nd year playing softball and in college with her sister Tori. I just thought it was going to be a really cool opportunity to kind of hear their stories and them growing up together and why they kind of decided to play with your sibling, because I have a sister and we have the same age gap as Tori and Taylor almost. Our ages are the same, but our grades in school are different. But yeah, we're basically the same age gap, but we'll just keep it there. And she plays at a school in Louisiana. She goes to Louisiana Monroe and she plays softball there, and then I'm at NC State. So obviously we're not at the same school. So Taylor and Tori have been experiencing something totally different than me and my sister. So I kind of just wanted to pick their brain on that and just kind of how college has been for them and how growing up's been for them and the people they surround themselves with. I just feel they both have really cool stories and they're both amazing people. So yeah, I hope you guys love this episode. This one's gonna be a little bit different than episode 1 since we do have a guest and we're going to get into the actual hair part as well. Yeah, I'm so excited and I hope you guys love this episode. Okay, welcome to episode 2. This is Tori and this is Taylor. Like I said, we're just gonna be talking a little bit about college. Tori is a sophomore and Taylor's a senior, like I said. So just gonna kind of talk about their experience and just some other little questions that you guys asked too while I braid their hair. I'm gonna pop up their hairstyles on the screen. We're gonna do like, what are they? They're not like game day hair. They're just like cute, like everyday type hairs. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. This is okay, here's Tori's. I'm gonna put it on the screen so y'all can actually see it. But so
It's really cute.
Y'all are from North Carolina, so did y'all like growing up like know y'all wanted to like stay close to home or like with softball and stuff, or like did that kind of just happen like through recruiting, like being in North Carolina?
What do you think, Tessa, for you?
I think that for going to college, it was never about like going to a specific place. It was just like working hard to get offers and get recognized, and then just taking like whatever places looked at us more. Yeah. It wasn't like I was striving to go to a specific place, which was nice because there wasn't a lot of pressure in that. It was just like whoever wanted us and like whoever made us feel valued, we wanted to go to where they were.
Yeah, I agree. Like a lot of people want to stay in state sometimes, or like have like a dream school. And Tori and I guess I never really had that. I kind of just wanted to do like ACC or SEC. Like I knew that like I knew I would strive and like or thrive in a better like environment and a bigger environment. Yeah. So I was like, okay, SEC or ACC, like, and I'm all in.
Yeah, I feel like I was kind of like that too. Like I feel like it's like bad to say like, oh, I want to like only go to ACC or SEC, but it's also not, because it's like, you have that goal for yourself and it's like you want to like just be your best. But my tip on that, I've always told girls like you can strive for that, but then also like if that doesn't happen, like you can't like, I feel like that's where girls can kind of get like lost or like kind of burnt out because they're like, oh my gosh, I'm not good enough, so I can't go anywhere else. So it's like, I feel like it's really good to have that goal for yourself, but then also like that can't be the only thing that like you're finding your worth in, is like, oh, I have to do this, because if it doesn't happen, then you're definitely going to be like super like
I agree 1,000%. After like freshman year being at an ACC school, like it was hard. So like I can completely understand where people come from for that.
So did y'all always like did you like plan on kind of going to the same school, or like did you all like want to like when you were younger, or?
I don't really know. Honestly. I feel like it was always like insinuated, kind of like we're best friends.
We would play like
happen.
school, like college in our house, and then so it's like we knew we wanted to, but we hadn't really talked about it. And then once she committed to NC State and was going here, I just like shifted my eyes onto the school more so. Like I wanted to have my own journey, but I also like wanted Taylor to be a part of that.
Yeah, no, that's totally different.
I agree. I was like, I always wanted to go to the same school as Tori. She's like my best friend. It was so hard being away from her for 2 years, but it was, I don't know, like I was like, okay, like I really want Tori to come here. Like I
feel like it was nice for you though, like knowing that like you're gonna have like those 2 years to like kind of find yourself on your own, but then like knowing that Tori's gonna come, so it's like I feel like I would be kind of like looking forward to it. So do you feel like it was more of like a good time for you to like grow like without her in a way, or like you feel like you were kind of like waiting for her to come, or a little bit?
I feel like both, honestly, because at first it was like, wow, this is nice. Like I'm from a really small town, so everybody knows what you do. Like everybody's like always like everybody knows you, you know. But like 19 years, like no one knows me. Like this is sick. Like this is kind of cool. Like this is different. And then, but like it was nice knowing like even when I was like lonely sometimes, that like next year, like or the next year, I'm gonna have my sister. Like she's gonna be here all the time. Like I'm gonna get to play softball with her all the time. Because we got to play softball some together in high school. Obviously in high school ball, but not like as much in travel ball. A little bit in travel ball, and it was just the most fun whenever we were together. So I was so excited. I don't know. It was nice having those 2 years, but it's also like.
You're like, okay, I can't wait for her to get here.
Yes, exactly. It was nice. I definitely
her.
had to like find myself my first 2 years, so that was nice doing that by myself.
I feel like me and Bree were kind of the same. Like we never really talked about it, and then when I went into the portal, that's kind of like the first time we were actually like, so do we want to play together or not? And then I don't know. I guess we kind of just continued, like wanted to continue our own kind of path, because I feel like all growing up it was like, I don't know. I feel like people would have called us like the Bordeaux sisters, like when it was like softball and stuff. And I was like, I kind of just want Bree to like have her own like time and like have her own like kind of story with it, rather than us like be combined again. So I don't know. That was kind of like the way I thought about it, but I definitely think it's cool that y'all are together.
I totally understand that from like the younger sister perspective, because like growing up, like Taylor, like all these achievements and stuff, but like I know. No, but I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I just like it makes me like strive to be better and make like another name for myself. And I feel like even though we're labeled as the Ensley sisters, we both like have went through our own journeys and are like two separate people, even though we're like so close together.
And basically the same.
I think it's awesome how we like can just have the same journey, but
that's so cool.
Different names basically.
Okay, so I asked them to send a couple pictures of them when they were little, because I was like, I'm going to show it on the screen, whatever. And I'm scrolling, I'm like, oh my gosh, these are so cute. I get to one. They're both wrapped in like Christmas lights with tape over their mouth, and I'm like, this is kind of weird. Like, okay. I'm like, okay, this was just like a one-time thing. They were being funny. No, there's another one with Tori. Is this like a tradition we do on Christmas, or like what's going on? So it's like,
oh my god.
So y'all need to explain yourself without. I'm gonna show it on the screen because
our mom is just always big on family photos and everything. So
Pinterest.
Pinterest. She's a big Pinterest fiend, I guess. And we would just take like, we had big personalities, and we just thought it was funny. Mom saw that on Pinterest, and one year I think the first year we were both tied up together. And then the next year, I guess we just got the idea for Taylor to tie me up in them, and it was I just think it was more of a humor thing, and Mom thought it was cute, but I had no clue what we were
I'm pretty sure there's one of me tied up somewhere too, and Tori like laughing.
I just died because I was like, oh, this is funny. And then there was another one, and I was like, this is crazy. Like,
wait,
what?
It's just a tradition. We need to remake it.
Yeah, we'll redo it this year.
We have to send it like the team chat.
No,
we're back.
Tori and I have like a tradition that we like doing at home. It's like we live so close to the rest of our family.
Yeah.
So like everybody lives within a 30-minute range, which
Yeah.
is so nice because like Thanksgiving and Christmas we like get to bounce back and forth and eat
like,
from
see
both
everybody
grandparents.
For weeks, like a week straight of leftovers.
Oh, that's like our favorite. And going to the spa for Tori's birthday, we do that every single year. When we go home for Thanksgiving break, we go to the spa. Oh
That's
my
fun.
gosh, it's so much fun.
I'm so excited. Like, I don't want to rush like this year, especially because like it could be my last year, this is your senior year or whatever. But I just love like the holidays and stuff at home, and I'm just like so excited. But
I'm so excited.
definitely not trying to rush it at all because it definitely goes by fast. I know you can kind of talk about like college because like I was saying, like I just don't like I love the holidays and stuff, like we were talking about like our traditions and stuff and being close to family, but I feel like it's really hard to like not rush in a way, and I feel like I've definitely noticed that this year, now that this is my fifth year, knowing that this was supposed to be like I was supposed to be home having like a job right now.
Yeah.
Like I shouldn't be like still playing, and I feel like it's definitely hit me this year like more than normal, like to not rush and like do all the things that like you want to, like going to like volleyball games and stuff like that. Like I noticed like last year I didn't really do much of that, and I was like I just don't want to like regret it and like not do everything, you know?
No, I agree because like I've been wanting to go to more games a lot lately, and even like football games. I'm like the last few years I've been like, oh, maybe I'll just miss this one. Like I'm tired, but like no, like I don't care if I'm tired. Like I'm going.
Yeah,
Just
like,
because like
senior year, like you gotta do it.
Like you have to basically, and also like those memories just like with my teammates and like even just getting closer with some of my teammates. Like forming bonds because like these are some of like my best friends, but like I'm almost trying to make it known to them that they're like some of the most important people in my life, almost like with spending more time with them, so that they know like even like when I leave this next year that like I still love them and I still want like them in my life, like to be with them, be around them. Like some people in like Tori's grade and even like our juniors, and even pouring into our freshmen because I know like that was like a big part for me. So I don't know, trying to step into like a role, not just like a leader, but like someone that just loves them.
No, I definitely get that, like the after you leave part. And again, I feel like I've learned so much with like transferring and stuff, and I feel like that was the thing like I kind of regretted, like when I left, like I wasn't like as close with people as I wanted to be because I was like, now I don't really like talk to many of them anymore, and that was definitely because of just, again, like you were saying, like, oh, I'm tired, I don't want to go out to dinner tonight, oh, I don't want to do this with people, and it definitely like adds up over time, and it's like you don't want to regret like not making those connections. So no, I definitely get that of like trying to do everything with people, and in the moment it feels like so much, but that would be like my one tip to like people in college, or like even if you're not in college yet, like definitely just do everything because it goes by so fast.
No, literally, I feel like I'm still like a sophomore again. Like I'm like, oh my goodness, it's crazy. Like last year went by way too fast, I feel like too, especially like with like a new coaching staff. Like they made it so much fun. Literally. Like before I would like dread it, unfortunately, but like now like love it, and so it's like, oh, please don't end. Like I want to play for Coach Lens and then forever. Like I don't want to stop. But no,
it definitely helps when, which I know everyone watching like isn't like athletes and stuff, but I feel like that just goes back to like having people around you that like make you better, and like for athletes that definitely coaches definitely have a bigger impact than you think they do, because like again, going back to transferring, and even you, like you've had multiple coaches at NC State, so we both experience having different coaches, and you can definitely tell like you're around them literally 24/7. So it's like those are like some of the main people that have to be like making you better, because you're definitely around them a lot.
Even like getting older, like being a senior, I mean, you get it. Like being older, like you want to be around your family more also though, because like you almost recognize things that like even like your grandparents stuff, you just want to be around them more because you're getting older. And obviously they're getting older too, and you want to spend that time with them. So like I want to like I don't know, like extend this fall, but I want to be around them. Yeah, it's like what do I do? I want to go see my grandparents, but I want to stay here and play softball. So it's like, what do I do?
Juggling so much. I feel like I was like that a lot my freshman year, which I think that was just like because that was like the first time I was away from home. I was like 8 hours from home, and it's like every weekend I wanted to leave, which Also, Austin was in Florida too, so that probably was like part of it. Is like I wanted to go see him. I wanted to go see my family. At that time, my sister was still in high school, so it's like she was a junior at the time, so like doing all of like the like fun things like in high school. So I just felt like I was like missing so much at the time too. So I feel like that also kind of related to like me always like wanting to leave and stuff. But I don't know. I definitely, as I've gotten older, I mean, you're gonna be homesick, but I mean,
it gets better.
Yeah, it definitely gets better. So if you're feeling that way, I promise it gets better. At least for me, it has. I mean, I'm farther away from home now, and I feel like I'm okay with being here. Like I don't feel like I always need to leave. So, but that's just me.
No, same. Especially with Tori now.
Yeah.
Not homesick much anymore.
Yeah, I feel like I got my girl here.
Yeah.
Got to bring a little piece of home.
Yeah.
With that being like said about like you were saying, like you were definitely like homesick, and then like Tori made it better, but then like I feel like for me, if me and my sister were gonna go to the same school, I feel like I would want to live like with her and like do everything with her, and then y'all don't. So I don't know if y'all could like kind of talk about like how that decision happened, like maybe still like trying to continue like to be your own person kind of thing. Maybe?
Yeah. You want to talk about it, Tori?
Yeah, okay. So, Taylor obviously was here 2 years before me, so she got to like come here and experience all the things, like living with her friends her second year and all that stuff. And just coming here, like first year I had to stay on campus anyway, so I couldn't live with her. This year I'm staying with one of my close friends that's in the same class as me, and not Taylor, but it's kind of, we decided a little late. We were going to try to fit her in on the lease, but it just didn't work out. She had already signed hers and we had already signed ours, so it didn't work out. And I think it's good because she got to experience living like with her friends, and then I get to go experience it. I think it's just important to know, like, just because like she got to like, she's here before me and I have her here doesn't mean like I can't have my own experiences.
No,
so
I totally
think
get
that's
that.
a big factor in it.
Yeah, and that's what I talked a little bit about like before with her, because I was like, Tori, like I signed my lease when she was asking me, because I live by myself right now.
Yeah.
And I was like, you're gonna want to live with your friend, like not me. Like we lived together for 18 years. Like I think you're gonna want to live with your friends because it's not gonna happen like often. Like especially like once you graduate, like when are you gonna do that? And like I mean, we could still live together. Like you know what I mean? Like but
like,
you're
not gonna get these 4 back. Like y'all can always like go back to each other, but it's like you're never gonna have this time in your life that you get to just like live with your friends and do all this fun stuff with them all the time. So I totally get that and I respect that a lot. I feel like a lot of people probably wouldn't like think that way and probably like, oh, it's my sister, so like I'm just gonna live with them, because I feel like I definitely thought like that way with Brie, like when we were considering going to the same school. But
yeah, it was nice. I didn't even feel pressured by her or my parents even. It just like they were really understanding. Like obviously they wanted me to like live with her, but they were understanding that like I need my own experiences, and Taylor was understanding, like knowing that it's not because I don't want to live with her. It's Taylor and I get along so well. It's just different. Yeah. She's got 1 year left too, and I have 3, so I would have had to move out anyways.
Yeah. And I've already moved like 3 times. I'm not doing it.
Like I'm not moving.
This is her story. I feel. I've been there a few of the times. Pretty brutal.
Live on the 3rd floor. It ain't happening.
I know. Like Austin and my dad have already like joked with me, like when I have to move out of this apartment, they're like, oh my gosh, just leave it there.
No,
like, unfortunately, we can't leave it here, but totally would, because moving is definitely not fun. Because I've moved so many times, like you have too, Tay. So I get that.
Oh yeah, that would have been rough for you thinking about it. Oh my
moving out of the dorm, then moving into like my like house apartment at Georgia, and then we had to move it all back home actually because like I was in the portal, so I didn't know where we were going. So it's not like I could just move it there and then move it here. So it's like I had to move everything home, and then we just kept it in the garage till like I figured out where like I was going to, and then like I committed here, and then I was like, okay, well I have to figure out where I'm gonna live, and then like we moved everything in here. So it's like low-key like 4 moves, because
that's crazy.
It's so exciting though, looking forward to like a new place. I know, I was so excited, and then an hour through I was like, dang, this
sucks.
Like, oh my gosh, please get in here and get over it.
No, literally, that's like mine, like moving here, because it's like I had more like space to fill, so I was like, okay, I get to decorate like a whole living room, I get to do all that, so it's definitely like fun getting to like decorate your space like away from home and like kind of have Yeah, because I mean, for me, we lived in the same house my whole life. So it's like I was always in the same room, so it's like fun getting to be in like a new spot.
But I agree. We lived in the same house our whole life too, and like same room, everything. So it was really nice decorating my space. The only like bad part was like having to get everything. Like before I had roommates, and like we all three had stuff, and it's like now it's like, oh, I gotta get all of it myself. Like that stinks.
Yeah, I know. It was kind of, I don't know if like for y'all if it was hard, but like my freshman year, like when we were in the dorm, it was like, I feel like it was kind of hard to like figure out everyone's style to like fit the same, which again, you're like just in the dorm, so it's not like you need that much stuff, but it was like my roommates, so I had 2 roommates my freshman year, and we all had very different styles, so it was like hard to like kind of figure out like how we're going to decorate, but it was still fun. Just by the end of the year, there was just like random stuff everywhere, and it did not match at all. And we're like, it's fine. We'll just have everybody's vibe up.
That's actually hilarious.
But yeah, it was
you know, like the Target plates, the Target cups, you know, the 50-cent ones.
Oh my gosh, the 50-cent cups. That would be my number 1 tip to a freshman: do not buy them.
Do not.
I regret
if you have pasta, anything like that, they're stained red.
No. And they're melted. They melt immediately.
They melt. Stain. Gross. Just
not worth it.
Go to TJ Maxx. Buy a thing of plates. They're not that expensive.
No.
Just don't buy the 50-cent stuff.
I was like, oh, this is steal. And then when Tori got there, I was like, don't you dare. And she's like, no, I need them.
I have them left over at like the very top of the cabinet. Haven't touched them. We have our new plates now.
Yeah.
So.
No.
Don't get them.
Not again.
That would be my number 1 tip if you're coming into college. Just buy normal ones. I promise they're worth it.
No, they're so worth it. They're so much good.
I think I even told my sister, I was like, do not do it. Like even like the cups and everything. And then it's like, we didn't have a dishwasher, and I'm just like, I know you guys are not cleaning these, like, I don't know. Just the fact that they were like plastic, I was like, I don't know. I was like, this is gross.
I'm excited.
Tori, your hair looks so good like that.
I feel like my hair is always hard to braid, so I was so excited coming here. My whole life I was told it's like too thin and no one could do it.
And short, and there's like, oh, like no.
You can do it. I know, that's like people are always commenting on my thing. It was like tips for people with short hair. And so my roommate, like, I think it was our sophomore year, she just like cut her hair into a bob. And I was like, okay, I have to start braiding on your hair. So we did like a couple like hairstyles on her, but I mean,
that looks so good.
I'm excited.
The curls?
That's so adorable.
I'm so excited.
I'm obsessed.
I bet I like
your hair looks so good curled.
Wait, can we turn this way?
Okay.
Little spin.
Okay. Slay.
Slay. The colors are so cute.
So cute.
I can't see it, but I know it looks good.
No, it looks so good.
Leg.
Oh my gosh! I feel cute.
Perfect.
Okay, look at my rat's nest. That's fine.
Finished Tori's hair. So now we're gonna do Taylor's. Let's see, what was Taylor's? Oh, you did like bubbles, I think.
Yeah, I've never done bubbles on my hair before.
So cute. Let's see.
I do the same hairstyle for every single game.
That's so
There you
cute.
go. You can turn
So.
Oh yeah. Slow start. It's okay. Okay, so there's Tay. So we're kind of doing like, these would be like good inspos for like football game type stuff. Like cute game day hair, not like softball game day hair, but like cute like football games because it's like football season and stuff. But okay, so our next question we got was just tips for like incoming freshmen and stuff, and I feel like we all can kind of like talk about that, and I feel like, I don't know, since I'm older I might be out of the time, but I don't know. But if you have anything, like, especially because this is your like first semester not being a freshman.
My first tip is just finding a community when you get there, like whether you're on a sports team or you're not, just finding that community. I know for me, like the softball team is so close, but like I also have to like find people outside of it, just like when things get hard, that I can like turn to them as well, whether that's your family or someone else. Like you're not alone, like you need to like be with someone and just talk to someone. I think that's just really important because it's like such a big change going from high school to college. It's a lot, but when you surround yourself with the right people, it just makes it a lot easier.
Yeah. But I feel like you can kind of feel, especially with like softball, like you get new people in each year, so I feel like we're really fortunate to have that. So it's like, it's not that you're just like kind of like going like shuffling through people, but like in a way you're like, okay, like there's always going to be like someone new next year in like a sense. I don't really know how to like word that, but I feel like it's really easy for us to like find your group of people because we're always having like new people come in and seeing if you kind of like relate to people. Because I mean, for me, like I've been super close with like younger people too, and like you were saying, like being close with people Tori's age, your age, like freshmen coming in. So I feel like it's cool for us to like get to experience different people of like ages and stuff. I feel like it's really nice.
Yeah, I agree. Like my freshman year, I was really close with some of like the 6 years, and then like sophomore year, I mean some of the freshmen, like then last year, like all the freshmen, like I love them so much because they were like Tori's class, like really close with them, and then even this year, like trying to go to the freshmen, but yeah, it's been so much fun.
Like you were saying, I feel like finding your people is really like important. So I guess like how did you find your people? I feel like it's in a way easier for athletes just because we are like surrounded by so many people, but like do you have any tips on like how do you find like your people, like I guess.
You wanna take it?
Yeah, no, for sure.
Here,
no, for
double
sure.
and pass it to the next.
No, literally double pass it in that.
I got an answer, but I thought you might want to answer this.
No, sure, yes. So I guess for me, it was like hard. At the beginning, very hard. I feel like I didn't even find my people until really my junior year.
Yeah.
Which is like hard because it's like, oh, like I'm never gonna find my people to my junior year. Like some people like hear that and they're like, oh, like I'm screwed. Like I want people my freshman year. But like you just have to be patient, and honestly, like for me, like being patient, but also like knowing what I was looking for, which is like a Christian community more so, like people with the same morals as me. People who wanted the same outcomes of life, like me, who want to follow Christ with everything and every action that they did, and that's like hard to find, especially in college, obviously. But yeah, definitely like looking for people like in the Christian community. I tried to find it outside of like softball. It was really hard my freshman year, and it was just hard because I couldn't really line my schedules up with people. But then like when Tori's like group got here, they were like all Christian, and it was really like encouraging. Not many people went to church with me before, only a couple my sophomore year, none my freshman year. And being persistent in like following Christ and like standing with him, knowing that he's beside me the whole way. And then Tori's group gets here and it's like all Christians, and like people on our team are getting baptized left and right. It was awesome.
I feel like there was like a time period last year that like everyone like each weekend like someone was getting baptized, and it was just so awesome. Like we'd be hitting in the cage like before a game or something, and like they had it up on like the TV of like showing it, and it was just so cool to see that.
We even like when we had like a camp one day, we put it on, it was a Sunday camp, and one of our teammates had not come to the first part of camp and was at church, and she like texted all of us like, I'm getting baptized, and we put it on the big screens, and we were all watching it. I'm like, this is sick. Like we were like telling campers like, look, like praise the Lord, like this is awesome. But like that's just like what kind of community like our coaches have obviously built also, with the love that they show us. But I definitely, like we said earlier, like coaches, it's easy like when you're an athlete, like it helps. You're around your coaches so much, and thank gosh our coaches are amazing. Like thank goodness.
And I feel like it's hard though because like since we're not since we're like a public school and whatever, like I know coaches like there's like rules and stuff with religion, but I feel like they like don't necessarily like, I don't know, I feel like just like their actions kind of help in that way too. Like Lindsay's so like passionate about like love and all that kind of stuff. It kind of just all like relates back to it. So I feel like that's just like, so I know it's not going to be easy for everyone to like find coaches who are open about like their religious like beliefs and stuff, but I feel like their actions and stuff definitely like speak really loud about it too.
I agree. That was one of the first things Coach Lentz told me, and it literally just like made me so happy. And I knew that we were gonna like our team was gonna be different after that. Like, and it was just really inspiring, really encouraging, honestly. For someone that had felt so alone for so long in that aspect of school. But especially like this year, it's so much fun. Like we'll like take up a whole row at church. And it's like
no, it's so fun,
sick.
and we'll be like second row basically.
It's
like the whole row is like full, and it's so much fun. And I know for me, I had like a really hard time at Georgia, like following faith. I was never like super religious like growing up. Like we went to church and stuff. Like we were those people, it's like you went on Easter and Christmas and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I always believed in Jesus, but it's not that, I don't know, I don't really know how to describe it, but it's like I wasn't super involved in it like the way I like wanted to. And my senior year I did go to like a small group type thing on Wednesday nights. It was for like high school kids. And then when I went to Georgia, I don't know, I feel like I totally like lost like what I was like building that year, my senior year. And I don't know, it was just definitely so hard. I feel like it's hard in college to try to find that group of people because I feel like there's like such a stigma around college. Like you're always gonna go to parties, you're always gonna do this, you're gonna do that, and it's like, I don't know, I feel like it's just kind of like harder to find that group, but when you do find that group, it's like so worth it.
Yeah.
Like going back to the tips, I think that's one thing that like when you're going into college, don't be afraid to be different.
Yeah, 100%.
Like Taylor coming in and going to church by herself all like of her freshman year, she probably never saw it coming that we're gonna take a whole row
literally.
in 3 years. So you just gotta like step out of your comfort zone, do the hard things, be the catalyst for like what you want to see come and be the change in the program.
No, I love that.
And going off that, I wasn't the greatest my freshman year. I did fall, like, I mean, I wasn't perfect. Like, I did fall, like, temptation, stuff like that. Like, and, like, there's this whole stigma, like, towards, like, coming to college, like, trying to, like, try new things.
Yeah.
Well, like, I've heard, like, the past couple weeks at church, especially, they're talking, like, it's, like we're called to be different as Christians.
Yeah.
So, like, that's good. Like, we're called to be different. Like, we're supposed to be different with, like, a Christ-like aroma around us.
Yeah.
And I definitely think that's something that I wish I would have done my freshman year more. Because I was supposed to, like, we're not only called to, like, follow Christ, but, like, act like Him, too. And I wasn't. And, like, I think that's definitely something that's changed for me the past couple years is knowing that, like, other people are, like, looking at me. And if they see me, like, praising the Lord and then doing things that like Christ would not do Himself, then that's something that, I mean, I don't want.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm disrespecting Christ in that way.
Yeah. No, I love that. We talked about that a little bit, like at Bible study a little bit, just like how it's not that you're like worried about how people should see you, but when it comes to like living like Christ, like you should, because like you were saying, like you don't want to like be praising Him and always like talking about Him and stuff, but then going like and doing things that aren't Christ-like, because then people who don't follow Christ are gonna be kind of thrown off. They're like, well, they can love Jesus and like praise Him and do all this, but then they go and do like something totally different. So then it's like those people who like don't know Christ is like confused. Yeah. So
I agree. And even people who are like still trying to find Christ and like
are
are like lukewarm.
Yeah.
Like it can give them like the wrong vibe that that's right, and like gossiping
That's
or
okay.
drinking and stuff like that. Like just it can give off the wrong idea.
No, I know. And I mean, we all do it. I do it. I'm so bad. Like, especially at practice and stuff, I'll catch myself cussing, and I'm like, why are you cussing about that? Like, it's not that serious. Like, why are you doing that? So it's like, I've definitely, like this year, I've definitely noticed myself doing it a lot more. Like in the past I just would do it and I would think nothing of it. So I definitely know that's like me growing closer to God, because like before I would have never even like thought twice about it. So I'm thankful that I'm like noticing it now. So now it's just like cut it out.
I love that you said
cool.
that.
Yeah.
I love that you said it, because like we talked about Bible study, like as you become like closer to Christ, like you become more aware of your sin.
Yeah.
And, like that's so real. That's where like spiritual warfare comes into play.
Yeah.
So that's so real.
It's so good though. I'm glad, because I don't want to be like blind to it, and I hate that I was like blind to it for so long, but I'm thankful that I'm changing. we're working on it. So
Christ is working.
Yeah, He's working for sure. Yeah, I guess going off like finding your people, I guess I know for me I kind of had to like find myself too a little bit, and like finding things outside of my sport, because my whole life has been softball, and I feel like in college I've kind of had to like find things outside of it to like, I don't know, I guess find joy in outside of it, because it can get so hard like if that's the only thing you're doing all the time. So I guess what's like some of y'all's like favorite things to do outside of softball?
Yeah. Okay, so I agree. Like, growing up playing 3 sports my whole life, coming to college and only playing one, focusing on one, like putting all of my focus on it is just, it's hard and it's demanding, and ways that I like can take the stress off of me and like stop thinking about it. I'm definitely an introvert. I love being alone, staying in my room.
Same.
So watching
like
movies.
I'm going home.
Yeah, I like being around people who like don't drain my social battery. Like if we can just sit there, watch TikToks, watch a movie.
Yeah.
I love
be with people and not have to like feel like you have to like do something to like entertain them. I feel like that can get so tiring.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to sit on the couch and watch TV. Like can you just do that with me? No, I totally get that.
I enjoy cooking. It's just so much fun to me. Just trying new things. Taylor and I have started meal prepping this year.
No, Tori. Tori started meal prepping for us both.
So last year, it was just hard with our busy schedules. You don't really have time for lunch and everything. So I start meal prepping every week for Taylor and I. This week's chicken fajitas.
Yummy.
I just Venmo her.
She Venmos me and I cook it up.
Please, bring personal chef.
No, literally, it's
so
awesome.
sweet.
But I find joy in it, and Taylor knows I do,
Yeah.
so, or else she wouldn't make me do it.
Yeah, she cooks, I eat. It works. It's a good combo.
Oh, that's sisterly love there. It's just taking care of you.
Yeah, it's great actually. I love it.
Yeah. You're like, thanks, Mom.
No, literally.
It's like while I'm away from home, like, sorry, you gotta fill this role for me.
No, literally.
That was funny.
If it was up to me, I'd just be eating some Cheetos or something.
You're like, thank gosh, Tori's here now.
No, literally. I'd be screwed. Or broke. One of the both.
Yeah. I feel like I was so bad at that my freshman year. Like, just always eating out and stuff, which, I mean, we got food in the spring a lot. I feel like, as athletes, you get food a lot in the spring, so it's, like, easier because, like, they're basically picking your meals for you. Like, you just pick from whatever. Yeah. But I feel like my freshman fall, I was so bad at that, like, especially living in the dorm and stuff, like, I did not want to cook in, like, that kitchen. Like, just because it was small and stuff, but I don't know if y'all experienced that.
I agree. I went broke my freshman year.
Yeah.
I was living, what my parents gave me each week, I was living off that barely.
I
was barely making it.
She'd like want to go to a concert or something. She's like, Mom and Dad, please go to this concert. And they're like, sure, like they don't care, but it was just funny knowing like that she'd go through the money of the week. And I'm so different.
Anyone got any spare change?
I'm so stingy.
Spare change. I was like, my mummy and Papa and my Nana would call.
Power?
No way. But how the is on? Hold on. Maybe we got too many lights on in here.
Oh,
bro, I wish I could see
that's
it.
a new one.
Okay, I wish I could see it.
That's gonna be the intro. So okay.
Back.
Power's back on.
At least I didn't like delete it.
That was funny.
Oh my gosh. Well, maybe that's our sign to be done. What were we even talking about? I don't even remember.
That was so funny.
Hilarious.
Oh, we were talking about self-care and stuff.
Oh, self-care.
I went. Taylor had it.
Go ahead, Tay. What's your favorite self-care?
Oh yeah.
Turn back on.
My favorite would probably be, I don't know. I love watching movies, so
Yeah.
I'm like a movie fiend, show fiend.
I was gonna say, I feel like you're always asking people like, oh, have you watched this? Have you watched this?
Yeah.
And they're like, no. And you're like, oh, sorry, I've watched every single movie.
I just want to like relate to someone, but no one meets me where I'm at.
That's fine. That's how my dad is. Like, my dad literally could sit and watch like movies forever, and then my mom's like, I'm just gonna fall asleep.
No, literally, that's
like,
how
I feel
it
like you're
really
like a
is.
movie person or you're not. Like, I feel like there's no in between. Like,
Yeah.
you either have to like love them or I'm not, unfortunately. I wish I was, but literally 5 minutes into a movie and I'm falling asleep. That's so bad. And I'll be like really into it. I'm like, oh, I finally want to watch this movie, whatever. No, fall asleep. No, she doesn't want to turn off. There it goes. Okay, here we go.
Okay, yeah, I'm
Hey,
excited.
Laura.
Wait, hold on. Let me curl this one at the bottom. Forgot about that part.
I'm surprised my hair even curled. It never curls.
Oh, it looks so good.
Okay, so it
That's
does.
I definitely need that curling iron.
Yeah, I think you should buy it too. I think you should buy it.
Should I curl my hair all the
Yeah,
time?
she can curl my
I
hair.
always like straighten it and curl it. I got a crimper too the other day.
I have a crimper, but
So cute.
it's like, It's more like the beach wave type one rather than like the small crimps, and I want like a small crimper because I feel like it's so cute. Okay, perf. Oh, this one came out again, but
we'll figure it out.
Cutesy.
Slay.
Slay.
Do I need towel wear?
There we go. Okay. Well, make sure you guys keep checking out my Instagrams, TikToks, all that kind of stuff for the little bits of it until next week. So yeah, I'll see you guys next Sunday for next episode.
Bye.
See ya.